military area to democratic dispensations. However, my challenge is, having known the kind of playbook government will always come with, is there a better way to address this matter as against subjecting the kids to another month of torture?
Okay, all right.
Absolutely ridiculous in my own way.
Okay, I don't believe in allowing our children, students, stay at home, but I think government also have been irresponsible over the years. These are concerns of these lecturers since 2009,
right.
and you know, since other governments didn't do anything, why are they forcing this up? But anyway, they know how to get it done. Get it done.
All right. I wanted to, for us all to set the ball rolling, of course, to then bring in our guest this morning, who's joining us via Zoom from Abuja. Of course, is the national president of the Academic Staff Union of Universities, Dr. Chris Piwuna, is joining us via Zoom this morning. And of course, he will be able to bring us up to speed with what exactly is going on. And now that ASUU has declared 2-week warning strike, what do we do going forward? Dr. Piwuna, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much. I'm sure you heard what everybody said in the studio this morning, but let's come to you now. I mean, it's appalling that since 2009 an agreement has refused to be met. Please take us through, walk us through what exactly this is all about. Why is ASUU so adamant about this 2009 agreement?
Well, thank you very much. And by the way, let me just acknowledge the discussants or the panelists in the studio there. The way you spoke at the beginning of this program is exactly how our Congress meetings are.
Okay.
We are not hungry for strike. We are not so eager to embark on such actions. So you hear people that will tell you, look, can't we find another way to solve this problem? Or students are going to suffer. Oh, government has been so irresponsible. Look, can we be more patient? Your discussions in the studio, I tell you, is exactly what we go through. So before we get to a decision to embark on an action, we would have had such a robust discussion among ourselves.
Okay.
Why is it impossible for us to move beyond 2009 agreements? We are unable to move beyond 2009 agreement because that is what defines to us the life of our universities. We are unable to move beyond 2009 because it is in that agreement that issues such as how we can sustainably fund education was made. It is in that agreement that our conditions of service were captured. It is in that agreement that the issue of freedom of an academic and the autonomy of our institutions was captured.
Right.
It is in that agreement that we have covered so many grounds regarding the life of our universities. That is why we've been unable to go beyond it.
Okay.
Okay, so apart from the 2009 agreement, I'm also aware that the end allowances as well as welfare of your members is also part of what is creating crisis between you and the federal government. And is it that the federal government is not meeting you at any point of your needs at all?
Well, thank you for that question. The issue of our salaries is captured in the 2009 agreement. It is part of the conditions of service. So that could be discussed within the context of the 2009 agreement. The issue of earned academic allowances, we have said this over and over again. We said, government, President Tinubu, thank you so much for releasing the 50 billion naira that you've released. We appreciate it. It has helped us to set earned academic allowances on the side. We have made sacrifices to get to that point, but we thank the government for releasing that money.
Okay.
And we want it to be on record. We are not saying government has refused to accede to that demand of ours. They have, and we're grateful that we have been able to put that behind us.
Joshua.
Okay, let me make a detour on this conversation. The first press conference you had, you set the tone that, look, it was as if you were on a warpath. Perhaps it's one of the ginger you needed to perhaps get your members buying that, look, if agreement aren't resolved, we might perhaps embark on an industrial action. That's on one hand. On the second hand is, why must we bring academic activity to a halt? Because you can't fashion out a better way of getting an agreement or coming to a compromise on a table and setting our academic back another, perhaps a decade. Because the last time we did, it was about 5 months we were at home and nothing really happened with tertiary education.
Well, thank you again for that question. I think these are issues or questions that keep coming up all the time. People have accused us of not finding a better way other than strike. And tell us one way we can do it that we haven't done it. Just think of one way, one thing you think we should have done that we haven't done. Is it to talk with opinion leaders in the community? Is it to talk with traditional rulers? Is it to talk to religious leaders? Is it to write letters to remind them of outstanding issues? Is it to hold meetings with them over outstanding issues? What is it that we need to do? Is it prayers? Tell us one thing we need to do that we haven't done. Just one. And honestly, ASUU will be willing to try that thing that has never been tried. Before we get to this point, we do all of this. I just told you how our discussions are before we get to take an action like this. We've done all of this, and government after government will not respond to any of these methods or styles of engagement until it gets to this point. Now, and just think about it. We gave an ultimatum of 2 weeks. 2 weeks ultimatum, allowing for government to come around, discuss these issues with us, tell us what they need to do. Let's agree or disagree and come back and talk about it again. Did you ever hear the Minister of Education come out to make any comment about what we were saying for 2 weeks? That is their typical standard response. They ignore you, they pretend you don't exist, they pretend they are deaf, until Nigerians, through people like you, begin to say that this is what is going on. Once they hear you people talk about it and the public begins to make comments, that is when they begin to talk as if they have not had sleep at all. This is all that they have been doing, trying to solve these problems. So we are willing to learn.
Okay.
We're willing to learn.
Perhaps this is a follow-up, considering that 2009 agreement has become like an Achilles heel to government. On one hand, don't you think it's time to have a more robust conversation where the terms given in 2009 perhaps may have shifted due to economic reasons? Government do no longer have that kind of capacity or the resources. I'm just playing the devil's advocate here. They don't have the resources to handle those kind of perhaps largesse they've offered in the 2009 agreement and fashion out a new 2009 or 2025 agreement where we won't have this back and forth. Because as it stands, we don't know who the devil is, whether it is government or ASUU.
Well, there is no devil amongst us. Government is not the devil, neither is ASUU. We're all trying to be angels and behave like good boys and girls. So let me say this. We went on a strike in 2017 to get government to sit down with us to do these things that you've said. Look at it. Is 2009 still realistic? Are the economic indices the same? Can we still fund universities the way we suggested in 2009? Are conditions of service still tenable? Has anything happened to academic freedom? We did that we had to force that through a strike in 2017.
Right.
And Babalaki SAN was brought in. we discussed the issues. It didn't get anywhere. Babalatin was shoved aside. Musa Ali Jibril came. When Musa Ali Jibril came, we again reworked the document to reflect the current realities. We did that, and we had a draft agreement. Government did not act. They moved Musa Ali Jibril out. They brought Nimi Briggs in. We reworked it again, man, based on what the economists call purchasing power parity, PPP. We reworked the whole document to reflect the current realities. Again, Nimi Briggs was shoved aside by General Buhari's government. This government came and set up the Yahya Ahmed committee. We again went back, sat down, reworked to reflect the realities, because in just 2 years that President Tinubu came to power, so many things changed.
Right.
Subsidy was removed, everything was changed. So we've been doing that, man. We do that, and this.
Okay. Well, hopefully. Okay, go ahead.
We are hoping that.
We've been having such a good network, you know, since the conversation started, and hopefully we'll be able to reconnect.
We have a fresh, so that at the end of the day, just last Friday, when we met with them, the document they gave to us, though incomplete, was a 36-page document. We sat down for 12 hours, and at the end of 12 hours, to just discuss what they brought to us. From 9 a.m. in the morning to about 11 p.m. at night on Saturday. By 11 p.m., we were on page 23 to just look at each of these items and give them back, you know, what would be our response. So it's not a small thing, and we just think that if Nigerians and government can come together, the responsibility to keep our universities open is not the responsibility of ASUU alone, or government alone, or students alone. Let us, and the press has been wonderful, trying to bring these issues to the public glare, and we appreciate it. And I think if we keep moving this way, perhaps we can avert strikes in the past, and the current one that we have embarked on would be, you know, it won't last.
Adebimpe, do you have a question? Okay, all right, we'll come back to you, Jibola.
Dr. Chris, how realistic and fair is ASUU telling government to pay you for a particular particular month in the year when you were on strike, when you did not work? And I listened to the Honorable Minister of Education yesterday, Dr. Tuji Alausa, saying that there is an offer before you regarding your condition of service and welfare. And it appears ASUU, according to the Honorable Minister, is just playing to the gallery.
Well, I'm not sure that was what he meant, even if he had said that, because he knows that we're not playing to the gallery. We are serious, and we want to solve these problems. Is it fair for us to ask for money, our salary, when we didn't work? In 2022, when we embarked on strike in Unilag, 14th of February, the strike lasted virtually the whole session. We came back, we gave lectures. Our lectures met the minimum benchmark for NUC. We gave lectures. We conducted exams. We marked the exams. We went to Senate, approved the results. Students have made progress based on that result. They have gone for NYC. Some of them are working. They've moved on with their lives. Why wouldn't we be paid?
You can't be paid.
How, in that scenario, can anybody say we didn't work? There is a law that says no work, no pay. That has been taken to court. And what the court has said in a judgment by the president of the National Industrial Court, he said the issue of no work, no pay is a matter that is at the pleasure of the employer.
Right.
If he wants to pay, he will pay. If he doesn't want to pay, he will hold back the payments. President Tinubu felt he should pay. He gave us 4 months. We are telling him that, thank you very much, Your Excellency. We appreciate the fact that you took the judgment of the court seriously and have acted. Please complete the act by paying us the balance of 3.5 months.
Dr.
It's not a fight over that.
Right. Based on what you've said, and now the government yesterday again said, we will again look at the issue of no work, no pay, even though a court had given, a ruling on this before. And if that was the case, and government at that time paid some months that you worked, do you think again government is, being sincere with that threat of no work, no pay, if at the end of the day they'll end up paying, maybe not all, but some? Is there any fairness there?
Well, they have threatened that they will not pay us salaries for as long as we continue with this action. This matter, the responses we have given to the minister with this no work, no pay seem to generate a lot of controversy, as if we are fighting. So I really would not want to respond to the issue of no work, no pay.
Okay.
We have said that we've said that we don't want to be threatened, and we don't want anybody to threaten us.
Okay.
But for the issue of no work, no pay, I have this message for vice chancellors. Vice chancellors have been directed to open registers and to stop our pay. I want them to listen, and listen very well. This strike that we have embarked on.
Oh, okay. I actually wanted to hear that. Okay, go ahead, Dr. Chris.
Doctor,
please go ahead.
You have to start again.
You have to go back to yes. Please go back to that message. Start from that message. You want them to listen. Yes.
We want the vice chancellors to listen, and listen very carefully.
Okay.
This strike that we have embarked on, one of the demands of this strike is the release of revitalization fund for public universities.
Okay.
This is funds that they could not fight for. This is funds that they cannot get. Now we are fighting to make sure that government releases those funds for them to run and develop universities.
Right.
And they want to open registers for us, to punish us for that. I want them to think about that.
Okay. All right. As we wrap up this conversation this morning, 2-week warning strike. Afterwards, what happens?
Well, we'll meet again to look at the issues.
Okay.
We'll meet again to look at the issues. We've been invited to a meeting next tomorrow in Abuja to continue this discussion and find solutions to this problem. And we are very serious about it.
Okay.
We are going to return to Abuja to meet with them and see if we can find a solution to it. And we're coming with an open mind. We will be objective. We want to get this problem behind us and probably get back to our members to see if they will tell us to continue with the warning or not. So we're going to Abuja very hopeful. And I think we want to tell parents and students that, one of the panelists there said, what is it that we have not done?
Right.
Can we do something? Just in case what she meant was that we have not been praying hard. She has a prayer item now between the
Joshua, sir, you are a pastor anyway, sir. No, it was you. It was you. All right.
So doctor, I know that perhaps you find a common ground, but I do believe as well that there's nothing that we can't solve with a dialogue. It's better to judge than to war. Because the bottom line is the grass suffers when two elephants fight. Right. The kids, we've not even factored them into this conversation.
We actually consider ourselves part of the grass.
Right. We'll have to leave this conversation here this morning. Thank you so much, Dr. Chris Pewuna, for agreeing to speak with us on the conversation this morning. We appreciate your thoughts, and we're hopeful that perhaps after the day after tomorrow, it will be all smiles and the strike will be called off.
I'm actually very, very happy and humbled by your questions and to join you in this program. I really thank you.
Thank you so much.
All our members.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. Of course, we've been speaking with the National President of the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASUU, Dr. Chris Piwuna, and he's joined us to lay on the table what exactly the agitations of ASUU are, and again, why government should not foot drag on this particular situation, because like Joshua said, the students are actually bearing the brunt here. But Doctor did say that they are also bearing the brunt.
You know the funniest thing like this. We have so many interns. Right?
I know, I know.
Some of them do not even understand the import of, because some of them, their parents have struggled to buy just provisions, new clothes for them, because they've new sanitary stuff for them. Let's get them back to school. They will.
They
will.
Government should also do the
Yes, government should also do their part.
It is not the ASUU, ESCO, or the leadership that will determine when they go on strike. It is the Congress.
Yeah, you know, Labour is talking here.
Yes, so
And not the president.
Labour is talking here. Labour is talking here.
It was a congressional decision.
Emeritus.
Yes.
You and I will always see eye to eye on this matter. We will see eye to eye on this matter. I am not saying it is not entrenched in labor activity for you to embark on an industrial action on strike. However, I have come to realize that when you embark on a strike, you will always carry the burden of the after effect of that strike action.
Well,
now this is what he said.
It could have also been prevented if government was also been fair here.
There was something he said that was germane. He said, look, we met up with the cutoff mark, the minimum requirement.
So students would not have graduated if they had not done that.
Minimum requirement for that particular session. Have you seen our graduates?
Joshua, that's another discussion. That's not part of this discussion, so don't even take it there.
Well, have you seen the graduate and lecturers?
You need to much as ASUU should be reasonable, government should also be reasonable as well.
It's 50-50. Well, government and ASUU need to sit on this.
I'm playing the ostrich.
What do you do? That's what you always do. We need to go on a break. When we return, the conversation continues.